My name is Captain Gary Wayne Beck. I live at 2601 Beach Street, Panama City Beach, Florida. Gentlemen, the last commission meeting when I left here, I arrived to my house to have giant tractors destroying everything that I have worked on for the past 3 years. They took my water catch, they took my plumbing, they took my fishing poles, they took my nets, they destroyed everything I had that was through the first fence. Then they got to the second fence, they took their tractor and they destroyed it, and they had a hold of my oil spill inventions. They got my energy invention, they got my surf rescue system that I was working on, they got everything that I had. They got my block and tackle given to me by a man named Ed Malden, who's no longer in this world. They broke poles that was given to me by Sparky Rafield, who's no longer in this world. They broke poles that was given to me by Captain Sandy Ware and Mike Ware, who's no longer in this world. And I guarantee you this much: if there wasn't for men of integrity and honor by the name of the Bay County Sheriff's Office, you people would have a problem. But because you were there illegally, they kicked you off my property. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, I'd go to the court thinking, finally I'm going to get a lawyer. I asked 4 times for a lawyer and they wouldn't give it to me. And they made me take this paper right here, which I could not read after explaining I had a handicap, and I had to proceed. But the only thing I had to hold on to was the fact I was looking at the law enforcement who was shaking their head in shame. Now that being said, the news media that was here beat me there so they could get a picture of my reactions. Where was it on the news? It wasn't on the news, was it? Because the news media in this town is crooked, just like you people are crooked. You know, people ask me, are you worried about the drones flying overhead? I said, no, I'm worried about the traffic cameras. They said, the traffic cameras? I said, yeah, that goes back down to the government center on 11th Street, and that's where Gina's vectoring and Gainer's goons. And then, on top of that, my biker friend tells me that Mike Thomas has put a hit on me with the bikers. I'm getting tired of this. I've been held hostage since 2010 in my home. If you go and check public records, unless you've cut it out, I explained to y'all that the code enforcement has been torturing me constantly. Y'all take those pictures back. You know, they're fussing about my tiki bar in the back. The palm fronds that I had to cut 3 different ways to get it to work was what I had in my front yard. The steel that they took was what I had to reinforce my tiki bar with. You know, the bricks that they took, the beams that they took, that was what I was going to build my wall with. And y'all come up with a tractor and just destroyed it. I got news for you. Bay County Code Enforcement and the Bay County Commission is not above the Constitution of the United States of America. Now, my fine law enforcement man has more than told me I have the right to defend myself against Gainer's goons and everybody else that wish to harm me. I know this. But when you underestimate a man's right to fight for his Constitution, and oh yeah, let's don't forget the big rock that was coming at us. Yeah, the survival of our species is a very bad thing to do. And I have one more question. It has nothing to do with anything like this, but can I get 30 seconds to ask God to know the question, please?
You've used your time. If you have one question, make it very brief.
Mr. Tennell, being the fact that y'all said it was going to cost $180,000 for 2 lifeguards, I can have my surf suppression system, last chance surf rescue system in place in 48 hours. That would give me the opportunity to get my lights and water turned back on and to do what's right. I still have the materials and stuff, and I can make Panama City Beach the leaders in surf rescue.
Okay, Captain Beck, please have a seat.